Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to continue working with fractions, and I want you to start by looking at the learning target here at the top of the screen here. And our learning target says that I can decompose non-unit fractions and represent them as a whole number times a unit fraction using tape diagrams. So I want you to notice that our tape diagram here shows our whole, and we can see that we're working with fourths because the bracket takes up the whole tape diagram, and we can see that 3 of those sections are shaded in. And if I wrote a fraction for each section, it would be 1/4. Okay? Now, what we've been doing the last couple of days is showing this as a unit fraction as a sum of other fractions. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to show it like this. 3/4 is equal to 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Okay? But what we're going to do that's a little bit different today is we're going to look at this as repeated addition, which we have because we've got 3/4. We're adding them together to give us our 3/4. We can actually write that this way. 3/4 is equal to 3 times 1/4. So what this is showing us is that this number sentence, this equation, is the same thing as this one. And instead of adding 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, we're going to just simply multiply 3 times 1/4. Because if we look back at our tape diagram, we're going to see that we started off with 1/4 plus another fourth plus another fourth. There were 3 1/4s. So today we're working with using a whole number, 3, and we're multiplying that times the number of unit fractions, which was, in this case, 1/4. Okay, let's look at this next tape diagram. Here you can notice that I've got a lot more sections, and I'm going to pay attention to where my bracket starts and stops. And I'm going to first shade in okay, so looking at my bracket, I can see that it starts here and it ends here, which means I'm working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. I'm working with eighths. Okay? I also know that I have these 2 on the end that are also shaded in. So that really shows me that 10/8 are shaded in. And I can write it this way. 10/8 is equal to 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, let me. Oh, great googly moogly. There we go. Plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. Wow, that was a lot. So 10/8 is equal to 1/8 plus 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 1/8. But now that we're using a whole number to multiply a unit fraction, I can instead do that 10/8 is equal to 10, because I have 10/8 times the unit fraction, which is 1/8 And that's a lot easier to write than just all of those eighths. That took a long time. Okay, one more problem. This time, instead of starting with the tape diagram, let's say I started with the fraction 5/3. And I wanted to represent 5/3 using a tape diagram and then also show that as a whole number times a unit fraction. So I know that I'm working with thirds. I can see that here because the denominator tells me that we're working with thirds. So I'm going to set up a tape diagram. I'm also going to notice that we're working with 5/3. So even though we're working with thirds, we're working with 5 of them. So I'm going to first create my thirds, and that's 3/3. There's 1, 2, 3. But I also need to make sure I add 2 more thirds. Now when I set up my bracket, I want to make sure to stop here so that I can tell that my whole is made up of thirds, 3/3. Okay, and there's the extra 2/3 here that makes 5/3 altogether. So then when I look at my tape diagram, now I'm ready to write that as a whole number times a unit fraction. So I can write 5/3 is equal to 5 times 1/3, because we've got a third, a third, a third, a third, and a third. So there's 5/3. Okay, that's why we're multiplying 5 times 1/3. Okay?